They just skirt around the circuit. I'm sitting in the safety car, the very car that led 19 laps of last weekend's Japanese Grand Prix. It's very hot in here, actually. They've got a TV screen in here to see the Formula One action. Now, this is a souped-up version, even of the car that would scare you witless on the road. So why don't they have a full-on Formula One car that goes the same pace, and we don't get the aggravation we had last weekend? Well, this car has to be on the key. It has to be able to cope instantly with any track and weather conditions. And therefore, it's got to be really a super fast road car. Now, the little boy in me, the schoolboy in me, really wants to steal the key and run off with it and see how they cope with that. But Bernd Mailander is the driver. He's a professional driver. I'm pretty sure they won't be needing this car today. If they do, 1 minute before the action, they will turn on a green light that tells the rest of the field behind him that it's going to be a safety car start. If they're not anticipating using it, within 5 minutes of the start, we'll hear that burble away into the background. Now, this is going to be a bit of a challenge today, I suspect, to get hold of drivers. A lot of last-minute decisions going on. Here we are then. Let's just take a quick look at Lewis Hamilton's car. What a season he's had. He's just off the grid at the moment with a last-minute comfort break, a bit of a panic pee, I suspect, because the moment has arrived to see whether he can take this World Championship today. He's gone through hell and literally high water to put himself on the front row of the grid, on pole position here, with a chance to take the World Championship. He's had the big crash at the Nürburgring. He's had a gloves-off fight with his teammate. His team were virtually excluded at one point, and all sorts of other dramas. Somehow, in the middle of it all, he's kept his head to give himself this opportunity today. If he comes back on the grid, he's just walking along the other side of the pit wall, apparently. I don't know if he's on his way back or on his way. We've got rain predicted in 12 minutes. Aki Hintzer, one of the gurus of McLaren. Aki, what is the mental state of Lewis today?
It's perfect. This is one race. Actually, this is a very important race, but we have prepared just normal way, and I believe he's performing his 100% level mentally and physically as well.
Thank you, Aki. I'm going to go and try and find him, see if he'll actually talk to us. Lewis, quick word, ITV? Top man. Well, you've earned this chance, Lewis, to sit here on pole position today and with a chance to take the World Championship. How are you going to play it?
Just approach it the same as I do every race, and we're in the perfect spot to win the race, but it's going to be tricky. It's tricky conditions. You never know if it's going to rain more or less, and but I'm going to do the best I can to win the race. So
how is the track? Is it slicks or inters to start?
It's definitely inters. It's greasier and slipperier than twice as slippery as the last race. So
thank you. Good luck, Lewis. Right, let's wander down the rest of the grid and see who else we can find. So Lewis looking very, very relaxed there. And let's go and find David Coulthard. I'm going to miss the two Ferraris. They don't seem to want to talk to F1 ITV. I'm going to miss Fernando Alonso. It would be rather two-faced of me to talk to him today, because I have to say I've said a few words about being thoroughly disappointed with the way that he has approached the season and approached his relationship with Lewis Hamilton. A quick word with David Coulthard. DC, massive performance then down here in P5. You must be well satisfied with that.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was a genuine qualifying session, so we had the pace. That's got to bode well for these conditions. Obviously, the wet run in Fuji, we showed quite competitive pace as well.
What gave you the extra confidence? Those dodgy shirts you had made in Hong Kong, or was it a new pieces on the car?
No, I think that we were able to switch our tyres on, and a lot of people were struggling to make them work, and just the nature of the track, I had good rear stability, so I could use my speed into the corners, and the lap time came. Just
tell us, David, who's going to make the decision finally when you go to dry tyres or back to intermediates? Rain's coming constantly this afternoon. Where does the buck stop on that?
To go to slicks, it's a driver, because you've got to have the confidence. Obviously, you rely a little bit of information from the team to come back on to, if we were on an extreme, for instance, onto an intermediate, you rely on the team to watch what other people are doing, or the driver can make the call that he's ready to go for that. So it really is a big team effort.
Thanks for your time. Let's wander down to Jenson Button, who's also had a very, very strong qualifying. Busy losing my radio here. We'll tuck that back in my pocket as we go. Don't know if we can have a word with Mark Webber, see if we can rib him a little bit about That's okay. They're expecting us down there.
I don't care. Let's discuss.
Yeah. We just want a quick word with Jensen. What's the time? It's not 10:02. It's not 10 to the hour. No, it's not. You can't do that. We have to get off the grid at 10:02. You've got a job to do. I've got a job to do. We've got Keanu Reeves down there, Jensen Button. I've got millions of people want to know what he thinks. Okay, we can wander down there. Okay, Stevie, I think, well, I don't know where Jensen's car is. Where is his car? Right, it's a bit too far down there. So, back to you, Steve.